Why should companies care about collaborative maintenance? If we consider the business scenarios nowadays, the companies need smarter ways to manage assets and work with partners. In this expert talk, we are diving into collaborative maintenance, a process that is part of SAP Business Network Asset Collaboration. I'm Fernanda, your host, and joining me today are the SAP experts, Rajarshi and Steven. They will introduce the new network enable capability to outsource maintenance in SAP Business Network Asset Collaboration and its integration to SAP Cloud ERP Private. And a special welcome also to Fabian, also our guest. He is the chairman of the DSAG working group on intelligent asset management. The DSAG, by the way, is the German-speaking SAP user group, and Fabian will bring us the customer perspective, which is so important in this conversation. So, welcome you all. Let's get started with you, Rajarshi. As we know, external outsourced maintenance has become much more relevant in the last years, especially when we consider, for example, the market situation and the supply chain disruptions that many customers face nowadays, right? Yeah. Why is the network such a critical piece in making this work? What is your perspective on it?
One of the key critical point nowadays is about the companies facing challenges when it comes to managing of external contractors, because onboarding of external contractors is quite cumbersome. It takes around 4 to 6 weeks. On top of that, there is a high turnover of contractors, approximately 30% per year. And the main issue is the transparency of data, right? When you cannot link the actual service time to the real cost, that's a huge problem in the market as of today. And when we talk about downtime, it is approximately 20%, right? So that's a huge number. And the critical point here is that around 60% of the work lacks the information that is required to get this job done on time, right? And this is why customers are looking for a change, right? And they are facing a lot of cost pressures and inflation, resource shortages, making downtime more expensive than ever. And this is why there is a shift from also when we talk about why companies are not doing internal, depending on their internal technicians anymore. That's because internal technicians are retiring. The cost of companies to train their internal technicians is quite high. So we are moving towards external contracting, but then the challenges around external contracting comes into play, and that's where we are coming with this new solution for collaborative maintenance.
Very good to understand this context, Rajarshi, and it's very good, of course, to see that SAP is investing in building network capabilities to support the needs of what we call this asset-heavy industries, right? Can you share some more insights on collaborative maintenance by SAP BN Asset Collaboration and why it is different from all the other portal capabilities out there?
Yeah, so our motto, or let's say vision from Business Network, is in the end to build a network for operators, OEM and contractors to collaborate seamlessly on one trusted platform, right? This is the main vision that we have. And what we want to do is actually solve the problem of disconnected maintenance portals from different business partners, right? And bring it all together into one platform, which is the Business Network Asset Collaboration, and ensure complete transparency and faster issue resolution. And from a contractor point of view, we also want to simplify the communication and give direct access to accurate and up-to-date data in the end. We truly believe that no company is an island, and BNAC enables this real-time sharing of service and asset data across all operators, service providers, OEM, and it provides this full visibility of maintenance activities, compliance and performance, right? In the end, between SAP to SAP systems as well as SAP to external systems, because we have a complete set of APIs for customers to connect to the outside or non-SAP solutions in the end, right? And Business Network Asset Collaboration creates a true many-to-many network where every connection drives more value, transparency, and efficiency.
Very good, Rajarshi. Thanks a lot for setting the stage. I've got a question to you, Fabian. It's important we understand the perspective of the DSAG, which represents many companies that use SAP applications in Germany, Austria, Switzerland. How important is collaboration in the context of asset management?
Thanks, Fernanda. Happy to answer your question. Why is collaboration in the area of asset and maintenance management so important? In the German-speaking area, we have the situation that more than 80% of the companies collaborate with more than one external service partners in the area of asset and maintenance management. There are many reasons for this. One is special know-how or special technology is needed. Cost efficiency or risk management is in focus, or companies in general focus on their core value chain where maintenance is not part of them. The exchange of data on technical assets or maintenance activities, what needs to be done, how it needs to be done, who has done it, what has been found is important in this collaboration process. On the one hand, data exchange is necessary in order to fulfill legal or security-related requirements in the context of tracking and verification. On the other hand, we need the data from the external service providers for our internal maintenance and planning processes or to optimize the reliability of our assets. But what is most underestimated when it comes to successful use of AI? Because when we are talking about AI, data is the core, as a key role in this area, and where the data came from our internal processes, but also from our external processes. And here we have to bring both data together, the internal as well as the external, for then good results in AI. If we look at the end-to-end process of asset lifecycle management, then we will find several areas where collaboration is really, really important. There are processes, for example, when we have the asset collaboration with our manufacturer, or in the context of reliability maintenance and management, then in the area of maintenance planning and execution, or at the end of a life cycle, the asset decommission. As SAP customers, it is important to have a solution like SAP Business Network Asset Collaboration, which enable us to exchange data in a standardized, integrated and efficient way.
Very good, Fabian. You brought a number that really impresses me, that 80% of the companies work with external partners in the area of asset and maintenance and management, and this brings a lot of information to us, right, when we think about this need in the companies. We have heard and learned a lot already, but I'm sure that people who are watching this video would like to have also practical examples of what you just explained to us directly in the system. Can you show us one or two typical business cases for collaboration in the context of asset management?
Yes, for sure. I prepared two demos. One is related to the asset data collaboration, and one is related to the maintenance work order collaboration. We will start with the asset data collaboration. You see on the video the two parties which collaborate together, which access the BNAC application via their via their Fiori Launchpad. We have on the right side in dark the asset operator, where we see that they have their assets in place, but the situation here is that the data quality is not good. So we miss a lot of informations like documentation to the assets, spare part informations around failure data, and so on. And what is here, the idea is that we request this information by the manufacturer, which have the product informations in place via the model request, and the asset manufacturer they can share these data to us as an asset operator via these maintenance requests, so that we then can enrich our data and have the right data in place to operate our assets in a reliability safe way. That's here the use case. We see you see here that we are working on one central data hub. It's not that we have different systems in place. We have one system, and we can then share the data and give the access to the data from the manufacturer to the operator, so that we have, at the end of the day, documentation up to date, or we have failure data in place so that we can then operate our assets in a good way with updated data. The other use case we have is in the context of maintenance collaboration. Same situation, same view. We have on the right side the asset operator who owns the asset, who is responsible for the maintenance. And on the left side, we have in light the service provider who is then doing the maintenance for the asset operator. Here in focus is the maintenance work order, or could be also the maintenance notification, which coming from our S/4HANA or ECC backend system is then available in the BNAC application, where we have on one side the work order, but also information around the technical assets. We have all related informations like dates or operations or documentation, spare parts, which we then have to share with our external service providers so that they have the right information in place to know what they have to do. You see how we can share the information, that we can share it in write or in read access, and then also the granularity of data we want to share, so that we only share these data which are really needed to do the maintenance. On the left side, we see then the service provider who receive the data, see then the shared data. Also here, the work order with the work order operations, with the technical assets, the equipments, with all the related dates, or then also the documentation. So, and then he is able to collaborate with us, so he can then accept the work orders, or if needed, reject the information, the work orders if informations are missing, so that we know in which status the maintenance activity is for us as an asset operator. And then finally, he is able to do confirmations through these work orders, so that we have then the information on the asset operator side available, what then finally is done for this maintenance activity. And this helps us then to fulfill our maybe legal requirements for the whole documentation we need, and we have also the informations in place maybe to optimize us in the area of planning or in the area of reliability maintenance.
Very good, Fabian. Really good examples. I think it makes a completely different overview when we have directly in the system. Thanks for bringing there. Now, Stephen, I wanted to talk to you about an essential topic when we think nowadays about the integration, right, for companies, not only now, but also in the future, will be a very important topic, especially when we think about integration of the network collaboration details into the SAP Cloud ERP Private applications, right? So can you give us a small glimpse into the planned enhancements in SAP Enterprise Asset Management?
Thanks, Fernanda, for asking the question, and thanks for having me here. So according to SAP's suite-first strategy, a modern suite is built on three important pillars. So first, the unified data layer, which was already mentioned by the colleagues. Second, integrated applications for every business function. And third, AI as the orchestrator. And with our planned enhancement, we want to strengthen a fully integrated suite to drive innovation, efficiency, and long-term success for our customers. Fabian previously showcased you how collaborative maintenance works within the BNEC application. And even though we noticed that the execution is significantly done by external parties, the internal work of planning the maintenance is done by maintenance planners, and they are usually using enterprise asset management. And one of the key tools here is the quite new Fiori app Manage Maintenance Orders. And because of that, our goal was to incorporate the crucial information of the collaboration process within this application so that the maintenance planner can work out of one application. And it illustrated as this mockup, the maintenance order header will be enhanced by several informations. For example, the order ID from the BNEC application, the collaboration progress, and the shared status from the network. We want to make the appearance of these informations in the Fiori app as close as possible to the business network as a collaboration appearance, so that there's a seamless experience for our users. Additionally, the ID of the BNEC work order will serve as a hyperlink so that the user is able to jump directly to the work order page to continue working on the work order and check the details of the collaboration with the partners or to interact with the partners, as Raj mentioned. And in the mockup of the individual order, the new fields I just mentioned are clearly visible in the header. So the collaboration progress, you can see there, offers a comprehensive view of the order's operations, individual collaboration status. Furthermore, for each operation, you can see both the network ID and the collaboration partner displayed. Moreover, a hyperlink is provided, same as at the order header for the operation ID, which enables a jump to the business network for SAP collaboration so that the maintenance planner is able to jump over to the other application and continue working there.
Great. Looking forward to see these updates in the software soon. Stephen, thank you so much, Stephen, Fabian, and Rajarshi, for joining us in this expert talk. We learned a lot with you today. Thanks for joining, and we hope to have Business Network more times as a topic here in the expert talk. And to our audience, if you want to know more, make sure to check all the links we added in the description of this video and visit our SAP community to have direct contact with SAP experts. If you enjoyed this talk, give us a like, feel free to comment and share the video with your network. And in case you want to reach out to us, simply send an email to insiders4@sap.com. Thanks for watching. See you next time.